Hi all, welcome to HighBlock's new series called Coffee and Candlesticks. This will be a new series of weekly videos where we use our analytics and tools to give you some insight of what is happening in the crypto markets. The format of these videos will be me going through a series of charts that I've put together to give you some interesting findings for the upcoming week. Before we begin, I need to say that this is not financial advice. Everything I say and show in these videos is strictly for educational purposes only. Let's start with our first interesting finding by looking at the BTC monthly chart on Tradingview. I am currently recording this video on February 22nd, 2022 at 16:43 UTC, and we can see that 6 of the last 7 returns in February have been positive. But so far, this month, it looks like we might close lower. If you believe that another positive return is likely based on this trend, it may be a good time to take a bullish position. Next, we can take a look at the high block liquidation levels. As we can see, most short-term liquidation levels on the downside have already been taken. A common pattern that we see are BARTs, such as this over here. When these patterns start to form, we notice that the topside liquidity can be taken extremely fast. The next couple sections focuses on open interest. We can see from the indicator that OI has decreased or remained flat over the last couple days. This increases the likelihood of a fake out, since traditionally we see a buildup in OI in order for the price to go up significantly. We can actually see an example right over here where price had gone down, it came back up, faked out the shorts, and then continued to move back down. In addition, OI delta shows us that mostly longs are trapped in this region right over here. And we can see that this area has led to future resistance as price approached these zones. Right over here, and again, right over here. Diving deeper into OI, we can take a look at the OI profile for Binance. We can see that there's a gap around the 39K mark over here and the 34K mark down below here. Price usually heads towards these gaps. The two high OI nodes that we see here are right here at the 37,900 mark and over here at the 36,900 mark. Next, we can take a look at the coin screener. Here we're looking at the funding rate on an 8-hour time frame. We can see that there are clear market cycles. One being when funding rate is low across the market, when the patches are green, and the second is a high funding rate across the market when the patches are red or orange. We can see that the market transitions from orange to then green, and then mostly orange red, to mostly green, to then mostly orange red, and now finally again to green. So we may be entering a new area right now. Going back to the main chart, I want to focus on retail versus whale activity. The first indicator is cumulative volume delta, otherwise known as CVD. CVD shows the difference between buy volume and sell volume over time. So if CVD is increasing, that means that there's more aggressive buying than selling, and vice versa if CVD is decreasing. What I'm displaying on the screen is the difference between CVD for retail activity, which is in orange, versus CVD for whale activity, which is in blue. Below that, we're looking at the long percentage of global accounts on Binance, which is a representation of retail, which is in orange, and the long percentage for top trader positions in Binance, which is a representation of whale in blue. Oftentimes, price will continue to drop until retail will start to sell. This is through getting liquidated, hitting stop loss, or entering into shorts. However, during this downtrend, we have not seen investors get shaken out by the price movement. We can see through retail CVD that actually it's continuing to uptrend, which means retail is continuing to buy. This may be a sign that the downtrend is not completed. Finally, we have Binance CBD on the bottom of the screen. And what we also notice are some Cbd divergence signals. So what we can do is we can bring this chart up to where the pricing graph is. And one more. Now, if we zoom in, we can notice the divergence. So we get our arrow, we can point that over here. CVD has stayed relatively the same, while price has made a lower high. Even currently, we can see price has made another lower high, while CVD has made a higher high. Other exchanges did not show this type of divergence, so keeping an eye on Binance CBD specifically can be a good idea. So that was all I had to show for our edition 1 of Coffee and Candlesticks. I hope you found this useful. Drop us a like or a comment below with your feedback, and stay tuned for next week for edition 2. Cheers.